Hello and welcome to the gaming individuals and non-gaming individuals of the community. This week is a very sincere, serious episode. You know how comedy podcasts or true crime podcasts will have we're silly, we're fun, we're laughing, chatting, and gabbing, and then sometimes shit gets real, and you're like, no, there's no nonsense here. I'm taking off the Among Us
Yeah.
theme song. We're just
It's like a dark, piano version
yeah,
of a theme song, and it's
it's
really
just gonna
somber.
be it's gonna be a piano, and they're just gonna play E minor for like 10 seconds. That's it, one key,
Yeah,
and then goes into the episode
yeah. I think that's
because
well. Now we have to do that, huh?
yeah. Uh,
we've spoken it into existence. Now it has to be a thing.
I hate speaking things into existence.
We do that a lot on the show.
Yeah.
Wouldn't this be a funny meta production bit? Oh shit! Now we have to do it.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. I could manage that. I could figure that out. Yeah. So this is a serious episode because shit got real this week. Let me tell you.
Did it? I didn't get the memo. Well, actually, shit kind of did get real for me yesterday.
Shit kind of got real. I mean, the Queen's dead. You hear about this?
I don't think I have heard about it. Please tell me more about the Queen dying.
So she's been dead since November 2021. And then all of a sudden, she's alive in a video with a hologram. And there's a Queen hologram that they showed off earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to wonder, why are they killing holograms?
Racism.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. The Queen was racist and she had to be murdered. You're absolutely right.
That is pretty true.
So true, bestie.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
You're telling me it's pretty true.
Yeah. I'm thinking that's kind of true.
I'm pretty sure it's factual. So this is the serious episode because the Queen is dead, and we can't be spewing out this nonsense.
Yeah, we can't be doing comedy about a dead person.
No,
We're a true crime podcast.
We should be a so true crime podcast.
I think we already are.
Maybe
we're that's pretty true podcast.
Yeah, it's pretty true crime podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe we should.
Well, there's the title of the episode. That's done. We've got the theme down. We got the name of the episode down, and we're already 3.5 minutes in.
Hell yeah,
that's pretty good.
We might have to cut out early.
What else? Do another thing where you just upload your entire album to the back end of this, and we're like,
whoop.
We're taking a week off, folks.
Yeah. Because look, we work hard every single week. We're there. We haven't missed a single week in 3 years.
That's pretty true.
So true crime. But you know what we did miss?
What? Oh, that's true. I haven't had a can of anything in my apartment in so long. I've stopped. I know, there's other canned beverages besides seltzers, like hard seltzers, but I've stopped sort of drinking those almost entirely.
Should start getting canned apple juice.
Yeah, right. Dude, carbonation fucks up my tummy so bad now. I don't know what it is, but I get so bloated. I think I need probiotics or something. I don't know, but
you might need to hit up Jamie Lee Curtis.
I love Activia. They make these little shots of more liquid yogurt. Well, I guess yogurt is a very viscous liquid.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite solid.
It's like yogurt, but in a cup.
Are you talking about? Are you talking about regular yogurt?
No, it's Go-Gurt, but instead of the tube, it's a cup.
Okay, well the little shot things aren't even like that. It's like milk,
Oh,
but
I
it's
don't like
yogurt.
that. Do I like
And
that?
you
I might
just
like that.
they're pretty
You know?
good, honestly. They come in different flavors. I just get the vanilla one, and I used to at least just throw one of those back during like I don't know before work maybe during lunch. I don't know. I don't know. I was telling somebody about this, and they're like, "Yeah, you're not supposed to eat. You're not supposed to like do probiotics like during a meal because like it just gets lost in the sauce."
Yeah,
But I don't
that
know if
makes
that's true.
sense.
It does make sense, but I don't necessarily believe what other people tell me.
Yeah, a lot of things like when they say truth is stranger than fiction, it's like this stuff doesn't make sense, but it's true. So now I'm very skeptical if something makes too much sense.
Yeah, because now I'm like, are someone just telling me a convenient lie? And that's what conspiracy theories are.
Yeah, like, oh, the queen died because she was
Just
96. Yeah, sure, buddy. Okay.
okay, but what if she died because um communism?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm,
Absolutely right. What if she died
absolutely
because
true.
Canada wanted to take her off the money? Maybe Justin Trudeau did it.
I think you're selling me on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's time for a switch. She's been on our money for what, 70 years?
Yeah.
It's like half the lifespan of this country. I don't even know if we had money for the first like 30 years of the country anyway. It's time to switch it up.
You don't know if you had money.
Yeah, I feel like we were just bartering. I feel like we were like selling beaver pelts and shit for
Well,
a, 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 a night at an inn.
okay, so you know how people and you're also the people who are like money's not real,
Uh-huh.
you
Time ain't
know?
real, money ain't real. Now you're speaking my
Yeah.
language.
Yeah, I know. But when people are like, "Yeah, money's fake." I'm like, "Okay, so like you want to get rid of money?" They're like, "Yeah, like it's bad." I'm like, "Okay, like so you want to go back to the barter system?"
I mean, the barter system's kind of sick.
Yeah, it's kind of sick, but like most people don't make goods or services that are like anything anybody would want, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like
Like all these
I
people
can't go
selling
to
like
like
resin shit on Etsy.
right, exactly, right? Like I can't go to the grocery store and be like, "Hey, I would like some food, please." I can give you an
My
audit.
podcast.
Yeah, I can give you my podcast or an audit.
I'll give you
Which
the
would you
first
prefer?
3 minutes of my podcast for this bell pepper.
Right? You can't do
Honestly,
that. It's fucking stupid. Like money just exists to facilitate what's essentially just the barter system, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Like
I mean,
it's
it
just
makes sense
I
to a
don't know.
point. Like
What
when you
what does
get
getting rid of money or money existing?
money existing,
Yeah,
like you provide a service to somebody, and they're like, you don't have anything that I want, but money is like a credit of like I offered this much value to society, I should get this much back, and you're like, okay, cool. But then there's like stocks, and it's like you're not providing anything for society. You're betting on GameStop to go out of business. How is that making
well
money?
that's using stocks as gambling, which is not necessarily the intended purpose of
Yeah, that's
stocks,
not how
but that's
people
kind of
use
what it's
stocks.
well, that's how like crackheads on Wall Street bets use stocks and like what day traders use stocks for. Not to turn this into an economics podcast and just alienate literally everybody who still listens to it. But
Including me.
um yeah, now I'm like, well, this is time to bust out my business degree. Um
Yeah,
I mean most people and most, like long-term investment strategies are just like you put money in a business that you think is going to keep doing well for a long time, you get dividends over time, and over time the value of that stock's going to go up a lot, but like very slowly, versus like GameStop's just literally gambling, right?
yeah.
So there's like responsible ways of, being like,
And
I
there's
would like a
also
little bit of ownership in this company that will pay me back like $1 a year or something. And then, if I have enough of that, maybe that turns into passive income. And,
but there's also gambling, which I did yesterday.
oh, you did some gambling yesterday?
I did a
They
little
have
bit of
gambling in
gambling.
Canada? Or did
Yeah,
you
they
do like
do.
an online gambling thing? Oh, that's nice.
They
I
do have
love, I
gambling, but I
love,
also
I love gambling.
shout out gambling, dude.
Dude, it's
Um,
so much fun.
I did cross the border to do this particular gambling.
Ooh,
Um,
international skill shot.
international gambler. Um, and I was on I'm a robot gambler. I'm not trying to interface with a human being who's,
You're just
you
doing
know,
slot machines.
I'm just doing slot machines. Um,
Yeah, that tracks for you.
I'm not going to be like, hit me on a 17. Yeah, they're going to kick me out.
No, they're just gonna you're probably gonna lose. That's probably what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Blackjack's fun. I like blackjack.
I watched a little blackjack, just a little. Um, but yeah, I was doing slot machines, and in one pull of a 60-cent bet, I won $88.
That's pretty good. I would have just
88
been like, I'm
American
done.
dollar. I was, and then my wife was like, "If you get to 150, you don't have to go to work tonight." And I was like, "All right, cool." And then I lost all of the money, and then on one of the last spins, I won $78, and I was like, "Well, I'm pretty much
Now I'm
back
stopping.
up. Pretty much back up. Let me get to 150, and then I got to zero. So pretty cool."
Yeah. So, yeah. My thing is like, I'm so boring when it comes to gambling, and like people I've gone gambling with are like make fun of me for it. But I'm like, I put an X amount of money that I'm okay with losing. As soon as I go above that, I stop.
Yeah, I had a set. Um, you got to have a set like when you get out. Like if I get to $100 from this 20, I'm out.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I'm like, if I get $25 from this 20, I just made $5.
yeah,
Done.
um, yeah. My strategy is you got to walk
Mhm.
around the casino. You find the slot machine that's calling to you, and you play one time.
And if you don't if you don't win, you go to a different one,
No, even if
or you
you
just
win, you go
stop.
to a different one.
Okay.
I was walking around. This one called to me. I went in, won $19. One spin, I'm out. Cash out.
There's some like kind of like horny adjacent slot machines,
Oh,
right?
they're not adjacent.
So, okay, my memory of like doing like gambling on a cruise ship is like, there's like some fun like movie ones or just like
Yeah,
kind of unbranded,
yeah.
pretty simple ones, and then it's like something that's like, the king's harem or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
what does this have to do with anything?
Well, I went to a casino in Canada 2 weeks ago. I went for a concert, and then we went gambling after. And the ones in Canada, they're all like the Aztec Mayans of China's gold. Like it's the most racist shit I've ever seen. Like they're all like Mexico and China gold shit with
Mhm.
just like rain. It's just like got pandas on it or like a sombrero or something. I don't know. Um,
Yeah, panda. Yeah, they definitely have pandas in Mexico.
they also did China ones. I said,
No,
oh
I wasn't
fucking
listening.
don't at me.
All right, yeah, you got me there.
You just love calling me out on anything. Just waiting for your opportunity.
I am one of the biggest haters I know.
Oh yeah, you are.
I know you're intimately aware of that.
I'm intimately
Uh,
aware. Yeah, they're all like very racist in Canada. Um,
mhm.
and then in America, there are a lot less like generic sort of. There's one that was like Big Cheese that was mouse themed, like stuff like that. And you're like, okay, this is fine. There were Playboy branded ones, like a lot of Playboy, and there were a lot that looked like a World of Warcraft ad, just like a lady in like tiny armor.
Yeah, love a lady in tiny armor. That's
Yeah, and she's like,
especially when it's like plate armor. This is the best armor you can get in the game, and you're just like basically naked. I'm
yeah,
like, yeah,
it's
this
covering
this
your
is feminist.
areolas.
Oh, I mean, sometimes not even.
Yeah. What about
If you're playing The Witcher 3, I don't know. I've never played The Witcher.
shout out The Witcher?
I assume
Coin
people
tier
play that
Witcher.
game because there's like nudity and sex in it, and that's the only reason anyone plays The
Isn't
Witcher
that why anyone
3.
watches Game of Thrones?
I also think that's why, yeah. Though I have been watching the prequel and not having watched the original show.
Mm-hmm. Is is
Um,
it good?
it's fine. It's pretty solid.
The people at the Box Factory are
All about it.
they're a little bit fickle about it, actually.
Oh, really? I mean, I don't have any frame of reference for anything, so I'm like, this show is fine. It looks fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't like any of the characters in it. Like they're all unlikable, other than Matt Smith, and he's still pretty unlikable. Like he tried to fuck his
Is Matt Smith
niece.
in everything now?
Apparently, of the things that I'm watching, he's in everything.
You're about to watch Doctor Who season 5.
I mean, I guess I have to. I'm gonna have to watch Morbius. He's in that.
You might have to watch it.
Yeah, but he's. I mean, much like his character in The Crown, Matt Smith's pretty. Like he's a character. I'm like, yeah, you're probably the most reasonable person here. Like you still fucking suck, but I guess you're kind of based. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have to pick somebody to root for.
That's kind of us. Like we suck, but we're kind of based.
Yeah, I think that's definitely me. That guy me for real though.
Yeah. You're Matt Smith. Maybe I'm
you're the non-binary
David
girl we're doing Doctor Who.
I haven't seen any of the other media properties that he's in, so I guess
we can be the Queen of England.
All right, I will be the Queen of England and not kill myself, quote unquote.
Time for me to log on to the Bad Boy Crimes Twitter and do a picture of the Queen and Prince Philip.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. Should I do it from The Crown or should I do it from
reality?
From reality, I don't know what's funnier. No, we gotta do it from The Crown because we're not them in reality.
Yeah, that's true. That's pretty true. So true. I forget what I was gonna say. Yeah, I could be the Queen. I'm gonna start like pretending that I'm mixing up Jeffrey Epstein and the Queen. Like,
I mean, what's the difference
in prison? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
the Queen
was a pedophile.
Yeah. Did you know the Queen used to write letters if you turned 100 in England?
I did hear that. Yeah.
Well, she's dead now, so she can't do that anymore. So they're changing the system now. Prince Andrew will DM you when you turn 15.
Oh, you've been sitting on that one for a week, huh?
Yep. I tested that out at the Box Factory and didn't go.
I love that they're like our QA for your bits.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if it works.
No,
you're like, it didn't really land with the Box Factory, but I just tried again.
Yeah, I'm kind of like doing the rehearsal, but I don't have the budget.
Yeah.
So I'll tell the same joke to like 3 different people at the Box Factory. If 2 of them laugh, it's going on the podcast. If none of them laugh, it's going on the podcast. But I mean, you gotta workshop stuff.
You gotta workshop stuff. Unfortunately,
it's
I don't want
sad
to.
Fact of life.
Yeah.
You think and Coca-Cola just like came out of the box with red? Nah.
I think they probably did. They're like, yeah, red's good. And then it turns out, like, the color thing? where it's like red makes you think of certain things.
Uh-huh.
You know, how much of that's like the chicken and the egg? You know what I mean? Like red makes you hungry. How much of that is like, oh, I when I see the color red, I think of McDonald's because McDonald's is red, and now I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Or fucking Chick-fil-A or fucking Pizza Hut or fucking,
Shut up, Pizza Hut,
you know,
dude.
like Pizza Hut kind of sucks, but like, you know, in a kind of good way.
I love Pizza Hut. Actually, I'm gonna look up the closest Pizza Hut to my new place right now.
I anticipate it being very far.
Don't worry about it. It might be close.
It might be close.
It might be.
How close?
Well,
Are you looking at it?
what are the directions to this place? You're not. Okay. That's easy. That's in delivery range. It's right there.
Oh, that's not great. It's not great if you're saying it's in delivery range. that I wouldn't necessarily say it's close. I mean,
It's
legally speaking, it's close enough, but
close enough.
is it close?
We're within the guidelines of the mile markers. It's less than a 10-minute drive.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. That's
We can
delivery range.
dox you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send this information to that you know that GeoGuessr guy?
Mm-hmm, I do.
I'm gonna send it to him.
You know
Dude,
that-
I fucking love his video.
Did you see the videos where he does
Have you tried-
GeoGuessr on the moon?
Yes. Have you seen the one? Have you seen the ones where he like does it blindfolded and he has like some guy like describe it?
Yeah, and it's
And he's
just
like,
up
yeah,
to,
I think this is like South Argentina, and then
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, that's it, nice.
He's like, there's a
Occasionally,
white
I'll
line
take
on the
that.
road and a tree on the left, and he's like, oh yeah, that's Brazil.
Yeah, that's South Brazil.
Yeah.
All right, nice.
Yeah.
That guy's so autistic. I love him though. I love his videos genuinely.
Yeah.
Especially the ones where it like starts out with it's like, has a girl talked to you? And he's just like, no, and then he just plays this stupid game. And that game's hard. Like I
It's
tried
very
playing
hard.
it, and I'm like, oh my god.
I've been playing
Like, how does this guy-
GeoGuessr for like 10 years.
Oh really? And you're not that good?
I don't play.
You're not as good as
No, I'm not as good. I'm real bad. I don't play often, but like every couple months, I'm like, let me do like 10 rounds of Geo. They got some cool versions now too. GeoGuessr, reach out to us on Fiverr. Come on, you know that we're helping you out.
We're helping you out here. I just logged into GeoGuessr right now. I'm a level 3 rookie tourist.
All right, describe to me the first picture, and I'll tell you where it is.
Okay. All right. Yeah, this is gonna be a live game of GeoGuessr. You do classic, right?
Yeah.
Do we want to do anything specific, or are we just doing world?
Do North America only, or United
North America
States only?
Yeah, let's do United States because United States and Canada are separate.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I have only 5 minutes of free play. That fucking blows.
Yeah, that's why I don't play.
So this is going to be fast content.
Okay, perfect.
It has to be.
Perfect.
All right. So there's a street. We're in a neighborhood. Kind of grayish green grass. There's like a tropical tree.
Okay.
Looking
I'm
thing.
gonna say
The houses are pretty small.
I'm gonna
and
say
like
that this
got
is
angular
Tallahassee.
roofs. You know, I think that's a pretty good guess, actually. How do I zoom in? Fuck.
Scroll wheel.
There we go.
Yeah.
No, I don't have a scroll wheel on my fucking laptop. I'm just gonna do Florida.
It's North Florida, Tallahassee.
It was Louisiana.
It's pretty close.
I mean,
It's right there.
628 miles away. That's not bad. All right, we're buying Arby's and a TJ Maxx.
Okay, this is New Jersey.
I can't see anything else. There's what is this? A Mounces. I don't know what kind of store that is. Oshkosh Bagosh and a Carter's.
This is Appleton, Michigan.
Michigan. We're saying
I'm
Michigan.
gonna say Michigan.
All right. Where's Michigan?
It's right by Minnesota.
No, I know where Michigan is. I know where Michigan is.
because it's not by
Yeah. All right.
Minnesota.
This was Indianapolis,
It's right
but
there.
honestly, pretty
Right
close.
there.
You were not that far. You were a state over. All right, we're making good time. So this is a lot of palm trees. I see some mountains in the distance.
Mountains and palm trees.
Again,
It's
like
gotta
kind
be
of short
California.
houses.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I wouldn't even be surprised if it was Hawaii,
okay.
but I don't know for sure.
I'm gonna say that this is just outside of San Diego.
Okay, that's a good guess, dude. One time I got one that was like I knew exactly where it was in San Diego because I had been there a couple months ago.
That's pretty good.
So are you thinking just outside of San Diego?
Yeah.
Do you want to give me like a cardinal direction? Or are we doing north, east, south?
Yeah, let's go south.
All right, so I'm gonna say Tijuana.
All right.
Dude, I was right. It was Hawaii.
Dang.
Damn. Oh, dude, I'm fucking genius.
That's so true.
That guy better watch out. Okay, so it was clearly wintertime when this happened. The road has like a passing, like, where it's like the double yellow lines, but they're like, it's striped so you can pass on them. A bunch of little houses in the woods. So it's definitely like a place with seasons.
Let's go.
I'm gonna say this
St.
is
John's,
like
Oregon.
Okay, I was gonna say this looks like Virginia or like
Could be
Pennsylvania.
Could be.
St.
John's, Oregon. It's pretty close to
Oregon.
Pretty south, I think.
Pretty south.
I think it's pretty
like
south.
Medford.
I don't know. I think I've been there. I don't know. I can just name it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just gonna do Roseburg because I can't find where you're talking about. It was also Michigan.
All right.
I would have been, I guess, closer with Pennsylvania. And this is our last round. We have a minute to do it. Again, big trees. It's a neighborhood. I'm gonna see if like a car. They probably blur out the license plate so you can't tell what it is.
Give me.
Yeah.
It's grassy.
There's some palm trees, or some kind of tropical looking trees.
Big trees.
It doesn't look like. Honestly, I think this might be Florida.
All right, put me in Tampa.
Tampa. Okay.
My wife's gonna be peeved
if
there's no palm trees in Tampa, you idiot.
No, there's some palm trees.
Yeah, of course.
I feel like this is closer to Orlando, but yeah, I was right. It's Orlando.
All right. I'm
just all right, Tampa. We'll take it. We got it in the state. Yeah. I was gonna probably put it closer to like Daytona, but
yeah,
that's fine. Cool. That's not bad. I think I might be good at this game.
You're pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, you're really bad at describing the things. You're just like, there's a neighborhood. It's outside.
Well, I mean, there's like I'm trying to give you anything at all distinct, but it's like, here's a neighborhood.
Yeah, they're all neighborhoods.
And there's what the fuck are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
I mean, I was able to get the Hawaii one.
Yeah. That's pretty good. It's better than
That's pretty good.
did.
No, not bad. Yeah. So I don't know what that guy's name is, but he's got to watch out. He wants what I have.
Yeah.
As a rookie to the game. Or maybe this just means I have autism.
Yeah, you've just been diagnosed.
I mean, I don't know how you do well at this game without either having like a photographic memory or just like,
yeah, it's just
having some kind of neurodivergence.
Yeah, it's a lot of like, where do the lines on the road look like this? Where do the street signs look like this? What color roofs do they have in Iceland?
What kind of dirt do they have?
Yeah, it's a lot of dirt roofs and road lines and signs.
Well, like, I feel like the Worlds is almost easier.
It's not.
Sometimes because like, well, when I was doing like the starter ones, I was actually doing pretty okay.
Yeah. There are
Um,
certain I know I watch a lot of GeoGuessr content from time to time. And there's
that
oh
sucks, but
boy.
so do
Oh
I.
boy.
So I can't.
There's some little subtle hints, especially in Africa. They're like, if you're in Senegal, the camera's fucked up,
Yeah,
and there's like a rift in the sky. That means you're in Senegal.
yeah.
Um,
That means you're in Senegal.
if you're in Kenya, there's like a snorkel taped to the roof rack of the Google truck. So if you see a snorkel like in the peripherals of the camera, you're like, okay, I'm in Kenya. Gotcha. Things like that, and that's what that guy does. Just looking for the
Yeah,
damn meta content.
that seems against the spirit of the game, but
Truthfully,
you
it
know, a win's a
does.
win. Or like, oh, this car is like a little lower to the ground in this area, so like the you know,
Yeah,
or there's a leaf on the windshield or something, so
yeah,
that's how you know you're here.
yeah. You got to be going
I'm fine
by.
with it when it's like, you know, this one town in Russia has these type of like
Yeah,
guardrails, so that's how you know you're there. That's fine.
yeah. That's genuine content. If you're going with like, oh, the quality of the camera is bad. This is Australia. Go, frickin'
Go kick rocks.
go. Love yourself. All right, buddy.
Why do they call is Australia no longer a continent? Is it is the continent now
Yeah, I
Oceania?
think so. Yeah, and that includes like
When did
Tuvalu
they
and
change that?
like 20,
And like
2011.
Fiji and like New Zealand and
Yeah, New
shit. Yeah.
Zealand, because like New Zealand's it's always been part of Australia, basically. Like it's not a
God, if somebody asked me about the continents, I would have completely made an ass of myself.
yeah. That's okay. That happens.
That happens. They can't be changing stuff after you leave grade school.
Yeah, I think that's fucked up that they're changing. Like I can't even say Czechoslovakia anymore. I can't
No,
can't talk
I think
I
you
can't talk
can. I
about
think it was the Czech.
Yugoslavia. No, now it's
No,
Czechia.
you can't.
Um,
Wait, is it Czechia now?
yeah, they changed from Czechoslovakia to the Czech Republic and
What the
Slovakia,
fuck?
and now the Czech Republic
Oh no,
changed to
Google,
Czechia.
Wikipedia still says Czech Republic,
Does it say
but
formerly?
also known as
Yeah,
Czechia.
that's
No,
like
it just says
all
also,
right.
so it's maybe both. I don't know.
Well, their preferred pronoun is Czechia.
Well,
Their
you
preferred
know how I feel about
proper noun. That's what pro stands for, is
that.
proper, right?
Yeah, that
Honestly,
well,
that might be true.
that's we can decide that that's what it means if you want.
Like I said that as a joke, but honestly, I think that's true now. Uh,
Why
there's
not?
no
Why
way
not
that
think
it's
it's
not
true?
true.
It might be true.
So true.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
So true. But do you have a crime?
I mean, kind of. So, well, a few topics have come to
Mhm.
mind. One was that I avoided a shooting on accident yesterday.
You meant to be there,
I
and
had a camp.
then they
Well,
changed.
no,
They
I had a campus
rescheduled it.
recruiting event. I had to recruit kids to enjoy accounting, so you know something almost as bad as being an army recruiter. And
Honestly, worse.
while I was there, across the street from my office, there was a shooting, and like my office went into lockdown.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh well, good thing I'm over here with a shitty box lunch of like you know places you'll have like a box lunch, but it's like from
Yeah.
somewhere. You
You
know,
go
I don't know what kind of places you have in Canada, but like a Jason's Deli or
yeah,
something.
sure. We have
It was an
Jason's Deli.
unbranded box lunch, and like the you know, I got like a ham and Swiss sandwich that comes with like tomato and lettuce and shit, right?
Yeah,
You would
sure.
assume. And mine did, but instead of being like packaged with the sandwich, it was like separately wrapped like in a
So
plastic
it
like
doesn't
sealed
sog
thing.
up the bread.
Right, sure, but also like it's very weird to like open up a clear plastic packaging that's essentially the same as like Pokemon cards and pull out lettuce and tomato. That shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah.
Just sog up the same. I would prefer sogging up the sandwich at
Trading
that
card
point.
vegetables.
You don't want to. I don't want to put 3 to the front, and the 3 is just like 3 tiny shreds of lettuce.
Yeah,
Or holographic tomato. Like that's we're not doing that.
I would. I,
You
I
shouldn't
would
be.
not eat a holographic tomato. I was gonna say I would, but I would not.
So that's a crime. That is a actual crime. The other two things I wanted to talk about were not strictly speaking crimes, but
Uh huh.
well, one of them could. I don't know. One of them might be. Have you been? You're an artist,
That's
right?
correct.
That's correct.
I'm
Yeah.
in the art
Well, you're
community.
more of one than me. You're in the community. So, what do you think about all this AI art bullshit?
Um,
Have you been seeing that pop
I
up on
have
Twitter
been
as much as I
seeing it,
have?
and because it makes people so angry, it's eliciting an emotion, and therefore it's art. That's
That sucks. I hate that so much, man.
it's true, though, right? You can't argue with that.
I mean, you've kind of sold me on it a little bit, but
The point of art is to elicit an emotion, which is why so many things that are like attempting to be art are not artistic.
yeah, they're autistic.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly right.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly right.
Um,
I liked that. That was good. That was a good voice.
yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
That was fun.
Yeah. If you look at,
Oh man, I kind of want to play GeoGuessr again.
you gotta start having to paying $2.99 a month or whatever.
Oh, it's only $2.99 a month to play it as much
I
as you
don't know how
want.
much it is, to be honest. I don't pay.
If it's
for
only
it.
that much, I can swing
Yeah.
that. Try Pro for
Mhm.
free for how long?
One day.
Oh yeah, it's $2.99 a month. Annually, it's $1.99 a month. So you just pay 24
That's not
bucks.
bad.
That's not bad at
I
all.
mean, it used to be free back in the day, but whatever. They're sellouts. Not a big deal.
Whatever. You gotta. It costs money to eat. It's a good game. It makes me feel smart.
Yeah, it's fun. It's educational. You're learning about other cultures. You're like, wow, they have
It is a
McDonald's in
skill.
Sri
Like
Lanka? That's crazy.
that's fucking wild, man. Their culture's not so different from ours after all.
He's just
huh?
like me, for real. Then you look at the menu of the
That's pretty
McDonald's in
true.
Sri Lanka and you're like, he not just like me at all.
He not me at all for real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but if you look at art of like I don't know, you look at like the Ed Sheeran, that's not eliciting anything. Some of his stuff.
Yeah.
Eminem. I mean, newer Eminem, you're eliciting cringe. And that's
Well, I guess it also depends on how we qualify an art versus a craft,
So, okay, let's look at it like this way. So you got films, that's art. That's art. Right. I would say indisputably a film is art.
Is a Marvel movie art? We've had this conversation before, and it fucking sucks. What's art and what isn't art?
So films are art. Short films, that's still art. It's short.
It's just not as much.
A TikTok,
so
I would say a TikTok could be art depending on what it is.
I think it depends on intention.
Yeah. What about like
and I think there's no intention behind a Marvel movie as art at all. I think they're products, and I think they're absolutely consistent quality products, and I think they're pretty fine.
This is like
although recently they've been kind of shitty.
The Disney ad you sent that was like, "Sorry, incels, not all content is for you." It really this is a major studio claiming that their project is just content, and I've always had a problem with that. Like,
the word content
horrible.
It's so bad because, like, first of all, now it's a euphemism for a million things, but like mostly porn.
I mean,
You
like
know,
anyone on YouTube, like I'm a content creator, TikTok content creator.
well, it's like some people use it as a euphemism for like, hey, my job is doing bullshit internet stuff, but like I want to
Yeah,
sound more professional, more serious. So like just be if your guy is being I make shitty YouTube videos for a living and I make like way more money than you'll ever see, just fucking be like, yeah, I make dumb videos on
yeah,
YouTube and I'm a millionaire. Like
yeah.
whatever.
Okie, stop
This
calling
job's
it
not going to last
content.
forever. Yeah, just say you're like, I'm a YouTube guy. Just fucking
Yeah.
say that. I mean, Oki could probably get away with even saying he's a documentarian, although I think YouTube documentaries
I mean, that's just
sometimes not necessarily with him, just like with other people. I'm like, this technically counts as a documentary, but I would not call yourself a
yeah. You're just a
documentarian.
guy reading
You know,
facts about like Zelda, and you're editing clips together.
like the Chris Chan documentary is wild, but I wouldn't call the guy who makes it a
Yeah,
documentarian. You know, even though that is certainly a
that's
documentary.
fair.
Make no
Um,
mistake. Um, but then there's also the people who are like, I remember on the days of like being on the dating apps. Thank God those are long
we
behind
did
me.
it.
But we did it, man. Shout out my girlfriend.
Shout
She's
out your
great.
girlfriend. She is
Um,
great. You
she is
can't see it, but
great.
I'm saluting the
Um,
camera.
I'm also saluting the camera. The audience can know that we're saluting my girlfriend for her service of being my girlfriend.
Honestly, she's braver
No,
than the
but
troops. Can I say that?
yeah, maybe. But no, she's pretty great. I love my girlfriend. But not to be a wife guy
Oh,
in
can't do that
last
anymore.
week. Can't do
Is
that
Try
anymore.
Guys art or
Skillshare.
content?
No, that's fucking content.
And barely that.
Barely that. But yeah, no, like if someone on a dating app, and as a straight guy, I would see
Hmm.
women, I guess women and non-binaries because of how dating apps
Hmm.
work. And don't even get me started on that.
I won't.
But
You might get yourself started.
um, I might. Maybe I'm getting there. No, I will refrain from giving a real opinion. But you would see content creator, and I'm like, oh, okay, like that.
Yeah,
And then you just like look at them, and you're like, yeah, okay, I
I
know
can
what you mean.
profile you
Got it.
from your
Yeah,
profile.
I've done the math and I've figured out what euphemism you're using here. Great. Um, Not that there's anything wrong with having an OnlyFans,
I think it's great.
and I think you can have one and that's fine, and use the general you,
Hmm.
not you specifically. To
The
be clear,
royal you.
uh, you know
What if the
the
queen
royal
had an
you can have an
OnlyFans?
OnlyFans.
And that's why she was
All
killed.
right, what would that look like?
Um,
you know, Valid.
yeah,
I'm
like
fine with
just
that.
taking
The queen had an OnlyFans.
taking
That's
suggestive
fine. I'm not going to do anything
photos
about it.
in just a crown. Now that's honestly that's modern monarchy, in my opinion.
I was
Meghan
going to
Markle,
like
get on it.
sarcastically say, yeah, no, they won't let
Yeah,
her. But maybe she wants to. Maybe that's the direction she wants to go in.
honestly, slay.
Slagan
Uh,
Markle.
uh.
Oh, well, that was something.
Yeah, that's as far as that goes. It's just a phrase. Don't you love when that happens? Um, yeah, are commercials art?
Yeah.
Is everyone like in high school had that conversation of like, dude, chairs are art because like they're designed, bro. This table,
No, like I don't think. I mean, it depends. I think a chair could be if that's like the intention of the artist. Like I think also maybe this is a hot, spicy take, but I think Death of the Artist is kind of it's kind of stupid. Like I think it's good for older works, but like modern stuff where especially when like the artist is like on social media that will just tell you like what
yeah.
it is. It's like it's not as useful as it maybe once have been.
Damn, art sucks.
Like if an artist, like if I got meaning out of something, and then the artist is like, actually, it's this really stupid thing, I'd be like, oh well. I'm not going to be like, oh well, death of the artist. I'm going to think it's good. I'll be like, oh no, actually, like I was the idiot for having hope that this would be
Yeah.
meaningful.
What if the
You
Marvel
know?
movies were
Maybe that's me.
like a long con Kafka-esque, like, let's just see how far we could push this.
I'm starting to think
Like,
that just might
it's
be
the same
true.
as like Oreos. They're just like, what if we do
What if we do
what
nutsack
if we,
flavor?
yeah, it's like
Will people
Oreos, Birdie Bots, every
will people still
flavored
buy it?
cookie at this point.
Yeah.
Like, what if we do carrot
Yeah,
Oreo?
because they keep pushing the envelope on like what is still technically a food that maybe somebody might
Yeah.
want to eat, but it's just getting more and more specific. And I'm like,
What
who's
about
buying?
pickle Oreos? Is that, can we get away with that? And then they'll make like 1,000 packs. Be like, let's just see.
It's just some idiots are gonna buy them.
Just like do what everybody
for
wants.
yawning,
Make a Nutella Oreo, and then just like shut up. I don't even know if that would be good, but everybody wants it.
I am certainly that exists.
I haven't seen it. I've seen Swedish Fish. I've seen carrot cake and blood pudding.
No, there was a chocolate hazelnut flavored
Right.
Oreo that came out in January
I
2021.
come up with everything like a year too late, and it sucks.
Yeah.
I was trying to do.
It's
I
less
was
than
trying
ideal.
to enter the Bondiverse at work. I was like, let me play some hits. Let's see how these go over. Not well.
Did they not? No.
No.
Well, maybe they just don't have good
Yeah,
taste.
that's truthfully that's what it is.
Like our podcasts are like most like
No,
no.
this one is.
This one is, yeah, but the other one's not so much. Like, is a radio show art? Largely, probably not.
Yeah, because it's not eliciting anything.
I don't.
It just exists.
It's not even It's like there's just no, if there's intention behind it. Like no, it's like it exists for something people to listen to in the car and like drive up engagement numbers.
Yeah.
You know, like that's all it does.
Truthfully, radio shows are just like, what's the bare minimum we could do to feed people ads? What's the absolute
Yeah.
bare minimum that people will tolerate to feed ads to their brain?
Yeah, that's literally what it's for. So I don't call. I mean, look, you know, I love Twice. I would not consider their music art, with some pretty rare exception. It's a very fun product. You know, it's a product I like a lot, but there's nothing behind any of it other than like this is fun to watch or fun to listen to or whatever, and that's fine. That's great, but I'm not under any illusion that it's.
We only like real art.
There's artistic merit behind it. Yeah, I only like real art, which involves Ryan Gosling being sad in a movie. That's real art. You see.
Shout out.
Or my Japanese video games. Yeah. That's real art.
The assassination of Shinzo Abe, that's real art.
I think there's more of a case for that being real art than
She-Hulk.
Sure. Why not? Yeah.
I haven't seen She-Hulk, but I'm not going to.
I haven't either, so it feels
disingenuous
bad
to be insulting
like,
it, but
it sucks. And that ad though does suck.
I mean, everything like I've seen of the promotional content sucks, and also it's like 15 years into the Marvel universe. There's no way that it's good.
Yeah, I hear. I mean, this isn't Marvel, but it's. Emmy, are you playing with this?
Emmy, you're fucking clout chasing, and it's not hip hop. It's not gangster. You
Yeah.
think
I mean,
Big Sean is doing this
and if
kind
you
of
want to be
shit?
on the podcast, you can schedule it. You can't just,
You think
Kramer
Big
into a
Sean's showing up
podcast.
to
I
the
mean, that's not
Breakfast
very
Club
cool.
45 minutes into the show, just be like, "Hey guys, check me out," and then dip? Nah. And if he did, that's because that's Big Sean.
Yeah. And Emmy's just
Big
little Emmy,
Sean, honestly,
not that
no.
big.
First of all, no, not big at all. But also, just like you gotta
Not
leave
good.
celebrity life. You're done.
You're done.
Kanye
You're done with
destroyed your
Ariana Grande. Just
career
get out.
improvising on a fucking show where he gets drunk. Did you see that?
Yeah. What show?
Drink Champs.
No, of course. I don't consume
You
Kanye West
should.
content
It's
at
art.
all.
It's actually art. Um, his interviews are art. So there's a show called Drink Champs, and it's essentially Hot Ones, but you drink instead of eat wings. Um, I mean, like not exactly, but
Yeah.
kind of. That's close enough. And somebody asked him who's a better protege, who's like who you've taken under your wing. And I think it was Big Sean versus Two Chains or something. And this episode was filmed around Halloween, so there were Halloween decorations. And Kanye like picked up a tombstone and he said, I want my tombstone to read, I belong here because I signed Big Sean. And truthfully,
Hmm.
like, what are you still doing making music at that point? You know,
That's a good
that's
point.
embarrassing that Kanye West is like, I deserve to be dead because I believed in Big Sean for a moment of my career.
Like the greatest mistake of my life, and I got involved with the
Yeah,
Kardashians.
exactly. Um, and he wore a MAGA hat, and
Yeah, and he was like, and Donald Trump, kind of
yeah,
based.
he was like about to sign Donald Trump to his label, and he's just like,
That would have been cool. That would have been that's art.
yeah. If Donald Trump was just doing like voiceovers, he'll like narrate a Kanye album. Like Nicki
Mm.
Minaj has narrated a Kanye album. You know what I mean? I love albums with
Um,
narration.
I don't like music enough to have an opinion,
Yeah.
but I could see myself thinking that's cool, and like I'm a little pretentious, but like I like it ironically, but not really. So there's like so many levels of like obfuscation of me liking
Yeah.
something that I can avoid any possible judgment. Not that I've ever done that for anything before.
This might be a hot take. I think the reason Gen Z is not seen as cringe by most people is
Mm.
because their whole thing is just like, I know this sucks, but it's like that doesn't absolve you from anything. That's what I do.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't absolve people for some things, but I think like I know this thing I like is sucks and bad, and I'm not going to defend it, but like not also
Be
be
like,
annoying about it. I think that's fine. Like if you like I like Marvel movies for the most part, and I know they suck, and I'm not gonna like defend them
uh,
ever. But like I think that's fine. Like I don't think that enjoyment of Marvel is cringe compared to like adult Disney people who are like, wow, every Marvel movie is the biggest event ever, and I need to see it. And I'm, you know, can't be spoiled on it because otherwise it'll ruin the whole movie. And if that's the case, then maybe the movie's actually bad if it's ruined by
because
spoilers.
as we've said in the past,
Maybe plots for
I was gonna say it.
morons.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
it's people who are like, I was binging like A24 movies, as cringe as that is, as much as that sucks, but like they're fun. They're a good time. It's like just admit that you like them. They're good. It's fine.
Yeah. Like some of them are good, you know. Like I don't like the idea of A24 movies being like, um, a brand because it's
Yeah.
they're not really. You know,
It's
it's a
just be
publishing
like,
house, and they
I was
have like
binging
a certain kind of movie
New
that they
Line
do, but
Cinema
there's
pictures.
yeah, right. Like it's like A24 does have like a kind of
They
thing
have a
that they'll
brand.
put their name on, but it's still pretty. It's still
Yeah.
pretty
But they
broad.
have a brand of what they do. Which I guess like every
Well, it's like when people talk about A24 movies, they're like, I watch, you know, the A24 horror movies that are like for girls specifically. That's usually when someone says
yeah.
that. That's my initial thought, especially if they are a girl. Maybe that makes me an evil and twisted person. But also, I think like I'm
So
usually,
twisted.
they're not talking about like fucking Red Rocket, you know? Was Pig A24? They're not
Yeah.
talking about
Shut up,
Pig.
pig. Shut up, lamb.
They're talking about
Shut out all
Midsummer.
the
They're talking about Ari
shut
Aster
out Ari
movies.
Aster.
Yeah, I fucking guess, man. Fucking shout him out. Why not?
Look, we'll shout out anybody for $5. Check us out on Fiverr.
For $5 on
You
Fiverr,
hear how smooth
please.
that
I did a
transition
lot of work
was?
setting up
That's
that
what we can do
account.
for you. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, we can take this one in for landing.
All right. Yeah, I have things to do. Did you last final thought? What about that fascist Italian lady? What's up with that?
Honestly, I haven't looked into it, but I'm gonna say good.
I'm gonna say bad. I'm gonna say bad.
Really,
Probably.
you are anti-Italian. I had no idea.
Well, those. Oh, I am anti-Italian. Don't even get me started.
I'm anti-Italian. That just means I'm gonna kill myself in 2 years.
Well,
I'm not Italian.
yeah, who's to say?
Who's to
Who's
say?
to say?
I haven't
Not
looked
me.
at anything about this Italian lady. The one thing I saw was a tweet that was
I
like,
haven't gone out of my
I
way to
saw a
look
tweet
at
that was
it.
like, you can't just call them Mussolini because they're Italian, and that's it. That's all I've seen.
Yeah, I've seen. Note that I say seen and didn't
Mhm.
say listen to a video where allegedly she's like, fascism is like just saying a bunch of
Mhm.
fascist shit. And I also know she likes to like repost like anime fan
Oh, I
art of
love that
herself,
actually.
which is admittedly pretty hilarious.
Yeah, I think I was right.
Like imagine if Donald Trump did that.
I'm
That would be
surprised he
fucking
hasn't.
cool. I'm surprised Barron hasn't done anime fan art of
Baron
his
probably
dad.
has to have an alt account on everything.
Maybe Barron's in our Discord.
Baron, if you're listening,
Stranger,
just
you know, it's truth is
look,
stranger
I
than
know you
fiction.
can't
So.
like come out and say like, obviously I'm Baron, of course. I'm 72 feet tall. Just like, put a little hint into the news cycle. I know you're in control of the news cycle. Just have like CNN say bad boys 3 times in a week. You know what I mean? So have Anderson
Yeah.
Cooper being like, there's a lot of these bad boys out here in Chicago. And then we'll know. Blink twice if you're under duress.
I did blink twice.
I mean, I can't help you. So I will file
Yeah,
that
well,
under
it's
good to know.
iron sharpens iron, and I'll
file that under good to know, and we will move on.
You're like you're under duress. That's fine, and I'm not going to do anything
That's
about
fine.
it.
It's not my job.
Which is honestly, that is kind of my reaction to people being under duress.
Yeah, it's like,
I'll be like, well, you can sharpen yourself, you can lift yourself up by your bootstraps, and they're like, I'm shot and I'm in pain, and I'm like, well,
should have thought about that.
Figure it out. Should have not been where you are.
Wrong place, wrong time. Couldn't be me.
Shouldn't have looked so shootable. That's never been
in.
Ever. You've never heard me explain that I've ever been at the wrong place.
That's
I
true.
wasn't at work. That was
so
pretty
true.
So, yeah, that's a pretty true crime podcast.
I hope that catches on. Yeah. So that's the episode. Find us on Twitter. Check out my new album, October 28th.
Fine.
It's called
October
Moonfall.
28th.
It's about the moon.
Check out go watch Over the Garden Wall. It's October. You're allowed to watch it. It's a good little
Watch
program.
Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. I don't know.
Does that come out this month?
It's on my Sprite Zero that I opened at the beginning of the episode, so I assume it's coming out soon.
Yeah, I guess see that. Oh, I need to see Avatar, man.
You know they have like 5 avatars ready to go.
Oh, it's November 11th.
November 11th, Remembrance Day in Canada.
This is when Wakanda. It's also known as 11/11 Day. How is Chadwick Boseman in the movie? It says that he's in the cast.
They've probably
Wakanda
got leftover
Forever.
footage, stock footage, voiceover stuff.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's still, I don't know. It's weird. The cast also has Michael B. Jordan in it, so that's
shout out Michael B. Jordan.
He's canonically dead in the movie.
It's a Marvel franchise, so like there are no stakes. Even if you die in real life, you don't die in the Marvel universe. So like, who gives a shit? What happens?
Who gives
Doctor
a fuck,
Who
man?
gives a shit. All right. That's the episode. I gotta go to a government facility and give my fingerprints to God. So yeah,
Queen,
who is in fact still alive despite allegedly killing herself in prison. Good night, everybody.
Good night.